Dork Podcast. Rich Keefe, it's the Dork Podcast. Keefe Davey, it's the Dork Podcast. Hashtag, it's the hashtag Dork Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Hashtag Dork. My name is Rich Keefe, joined as always by Davey Eyeballs. He is Raymond Von Damon, Rhynamo Von Dynamo, and Richards Von Ditchurch. All hail the King of Drills. Ryan Davey, how are you?
I'm feeling fine. Just fat and sassy. You know, all the time.
We're having a nice time. And Ryan, I'll tell you what, it's another Movember underway.
It is. And we were this weekend, we were honored to be part of the Brightside DJ Briggs's 25-hour stream once again.
Incredible. He's done this several years in a row now. We've been on it the last I think 3.
Yeah.
And the last 2, he is donating all of the money that he raises during that event to Movember as well, which is awesome.
And he's doing this thing now, and I think our listeners should know. So the way he's doing it this year is he's actually raffling off from like super high-end shit, like home theater stuff.
Yes.
So in any dollar amount or something, I don't know the exact details, but like you basically, whatever you donate, you like let him know, and he'll put you into like this raffle to win like some pretty crazy stuff. Like there's was it like a kaleidoscope box, which I had no idea what those things were, but it's basically just like a hard drive that you can stream movies on, but like theater quality digital movies, like theater quality sound and visuals. So that's like getting raffled off. So if you can do that, hit DJ up, let them know what you're doing. You know?
Yeah, 100%. So if you donate to Davey's page, and Davey has it pinned on Twitter, I assume you have it on Instagram, and we'll try to remember to put it in all the links during this month as well on our YouTube. But if you go there and then let DJ know, send them like the receipt or whatever it is, basically for every $5, give or take, you get an entry. And so if you donate $100, you get 30 entries. If you donate, 150, you get 50 entries. And you can go check out his page. He is at Brightside HT, and a full breakdown of all kinds of awesome prizes. And if you're into
crazy stuff,
if you're into home theater, give that a rip if you haven't already. But yeah, that was fun. And also, while we were on, he has become, through this podcast, I believe it's through the podcast, he's become friends with Carl Ellsworth, who is a Hollywood screenwriter who wrote the movie Red Eye, Disturbia, the Last House on the Left reboot, Red Dawn reboot, several episodes of television, including Star Wars Clone Wars. So we had a chance to talk to him, and that was a blast.
That was a blast, and that was not something I expected, and I didn't recognize him. I said his name just said Carl, so I was just like talking to him, and then DJ started mentioning something about like screenwriting, and I was like, hold on a minute.
Yeah. Hold the phone.
And then and I'm just like going through like that whole thing. Not expect. So we had plenty of questions for him. So that was great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just like he knew Wes Craven and like the whole thing. So that was a lot of fun. And you can go back. We were on, let's see, it would have been the third. So he had to break it up into 3 different videos for YouTube, because YouTube doesn't allow you to stream for 25 straight hours.
I think we were like hour 18. I think he said 18 or 19.
So it's definitely in part 3, and you can find it. But anyway, it was a lot of fun, and a great kind of yearly tradition. He does it during daylight savings, so he starts at 6 and ends at 6 in the morning. But because of daylight savings, it ends up being 25 straight hours. So pretty good. And Ryan, it's what helped him win 2 years ago, podcast of the year at the Dorkies.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's nothing to sneeze at. How was your Halloween? Good Halloween?
I was pretty good. I went. It was very windy and cold.
Yes, it was.
So I went. We are on the back end of doing like family costumes, so we're kind of like limping along with that idea. So I was the other father from Coraline, and my daughter was Coraline.
Oh yeah.
And my wife and my other daughter with some other friends were girl dinner. So my wife was like a Caesar salad. Tess was French fries.
Nice.
Mother mom was like a Diet Coke. So they were like girl dinner, which is but we're kind of, I feel like the days of family costumes are over, sadly.
You had a good run though. You guys had some
run.
really good ones along the way.
A good run. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. It was a little windy for show, but we have a lot of candy. I'll tell you that much in this house. Holy mackerel. Well, we have a lot to get to, and once again, it's a Monday, so we have a double dork in store. But before we get to the first topic du jour, let's do this.
This week in dork. Yeah.
Right, another friend of the show, Gary Tangway,
Yeah.
appeared, although briefly, but he appeared in the most recent episode of The Chair Company. And boy, am I intrigued. So there was a quick scene at the very end of the most recent episode of Chair Company, and it's Tim Robinson, and he's at like a restaurant or a bar, and it looks like a double date. And the man in the other couple is none other than Gary Tangway. And so at some point in the next month or so, because there's 4 more episodes of The Chair Company, we are going to have Gary Tangway on, talk about Tim Robinson, how he got into The Chair Company, and then we can even bring up all the other stuff he's done, like Knives Out and Don't Look Up.
More importantly, how do we get involved with things that Tim Robinson does?
Well, first we get Gary on the show. We talk to Gary about it, and then we'd be like, listen, we don't want to invite ourselves over, but the next time Tim Robinson says anything to you, we would like to be there.
I would like to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought
and
that
quote his shit back to him.
I thought he'd be like, these guys are obnoxious. He's like, they're just saying things that I've said. I think this episode was without spoiling it for people that want to binge it, this was a good bounce back comedy wise. I was laughing quite a bit. The third episode was the one that stood out to me that had funny moments, but it was the least funny of the 4. This one was back to being really funny.
All right, good. I'm glad. I can't. I haven't seen it yet because I took the girls to a Halsey concert last night.
How'd that go?
I got to tell you, man. So we are in the era of like, pitchers throw 6 innings and that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And same with like most, musical artists live shows. They'll do like an hour and a half, call it a night. Have like 2 opening acts, do like an hour. Yeah. She went for 2.5 hours straight.
Oh my God!
It was pretty spectacular.
Is Halsey the person that has a Twitter account dedicated just to her talking about basketball? There's a pop star out there that I don't know if it's Halsey or is it Dua Lipa? I don't know who it is. There's somebody that is just like obsessed with basketball, and she has like a very popular Twitter account where she
Halsey and one.
Hilarious. She like
says Halsey, basketball. But like basketball.
Yes. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, well, I know she's from New York and she's like a big sports fan. So
yeah, that's funny though.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty funny. Halsey, and I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, she's like, and so she like separates the two rather than just tweeting all from one, and it's like a very popular account. She just loves the NBA, loves basketball, which is awesome. Yeah. So I don't know if you caught up. They released it on Halloween, the second episode of It, Welcome to Derry.
No, I haven't seen. So again, I've missed it. So I got to catch up tonight. So once we get jump off here, let's hurry this up so I can go watch my programs.
Let me tell you right now, Ryan.
Yeah.
This show is better than either of the movies.
I love that.
I like the show. I like the show a lot. I'm curious where it goes. I'm also constantly in my head doing the thing where I'm like, all right, that's that guy from this movie. That could be this guy from that movie. This is it. But there is some wild stuff. So It, Welcome to Derry, very much on my radar. You talked about the end of episode 1, sort of like the preview stuff. So I'll just say there's more of that character.
And I was excited to see how that character fits into this world.
Big time.
Yeah, has to, right?
So far, I'm liking it. So far, how they're using that character, we'll say. I like it. I think this is also a 8-episode run, and so we're two in, and there's a lot to discuss. So I think this will be a great automatic standalone episode.
Oh, can't wait. I'm looking forward to that.
I finished this. I'm talking about Gen V season 2, which I don't know if there's enough meat on that bone for like a standalone, but it's worth talking about. I did think it was good, and I don't know, maybe like before The Boys season 5, maybe we do like, I think it's gonna be you're gonna need it. So like, I wonder if we do it prior to that coming out.
No, that would be a good idea. Yeah, for sure.
And then the last thing, this weekend, movie wise, is ridiculous for the hashtag Dork podcast. So available on Netflix will be Frankenstein.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see this movie. I'm so excited for this.
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which I believe, according to a lot of the people that keep track of this, is trending towards being like a Best Picture nominee.
Yes.
So that's free and available on Netflix. The other two are in theaters. One is Predator Badlands, which we've both had circled for a while, and the reboot of the movie that we're going to talk about, The Running Man. So all of that in this weekend. What do we do?
I don't know what to do with I don't know what to do with myself.
What do you think? Not you, but what's your best guess as to the order of preference for like most people that listen, like the majority of all the people that listen to this podcast? What do you think the order is of? Because I think you can make a strong case for each of the three to be like,
You could.
yeah.
I think for the people like us, I think the biggest draw is going to be Frankenstein because you can watch it at home.
That's
But
true. That's easy.
as Carl Ellsworth told us, he's like, you need to see it in a theater. Like it's that good, and the way it's shot, like you need. And then we had like a really we had a really fascinating conversation about like widescreen DVD formats versus regular, and where we all landed on that. That was actually pretty.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
I might go.
Predator Badlands. So I was reading with Josh. Yeah, I think didn't Predator Badlands like there's no red blood, so there's it's not actual blood. So they can get away with it being PG-13.
Yeah, that worked in some other movie too, right? What was the fucking movie they did that in? There's another one that was the same idea.
Yeah, like the blood isn't red, so like that's and that's how the Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
it was like it was like sweat. It wasn't like actual red blood.
Yeah.
So, okay. So to answer your question, I think Frankenstein's first, and then I think Predator, and then Running Man.
Yeah, you might be right. I think so. I think you're right. All right. Well, speaking of the Running Man, Ryan,
Y'all ready for Bisque?
You ready for the topic du jour?
What?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. The first one, anyway. The topic of the day. It's The Running Man, which came out in 1987. It is 1 hour and 41 minutes. The Roddy T scores, which you could take them and shove them, are 65 critics, 61 audience. It was made on a budget of $27 million, which was probably all protein shakes for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And roids.
Yeah, which they even reference in the movie several times.
They do. Yeah.
The movie made $38 million in the United States. I couldn't find a worldwide number for it, but it made $38 million in the US. This will all be spoiler free, and it's streaming currently on
spoiler free. All spoiler free.
All spoiler full. All spoiler free.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be chock full of spoilers here.
Was it? I forget where I watched it. Was it Paramount? One of them had it. Maybe Prime or Paramount. You could find it if you haven't watched it or rewatched it already. The Running Man, 1987. Ryan, do you like it?
Of course I like this movie. You kidding me? I even liked it. I think I like it more now.
You know what's crazy? Like, and maybe this is my memory, and maybe this is me getting hit in the head a lot. When I sat down to watch it, I remember quotes, and I remember.
I was going to say this one quote in this movie that I've heard you say so many times,
but I don't know if I've ever seen the movie start to finish until this weekend. I swear to God, I'm like,
really?
There's so much of it I don't remember at all seeing.
I didn't remember because I haven't seen this movie in decades, right? And I think that for me, how long it takes to get going, kind of.
Yeah.
Like there's like this whole thing in the beginning where you're just like, okay, like can we just get to the actual thing?
Yeah, get him fucking in there. Let's go.
Yeah, it takes like 40 minutes for them to actually start playing the game.
It's
and it's an hour and 40-minute movie. So like most of the movie.
Yeah. It's like great now. I wonder, like at the time, I bet people were like, all right. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger at the time is incredible. So basically he is the male Gal Gadot, where he looks like $1 million. He's incredible on camera, just like she is. And then as soon as he talks, you're like, is every line a joke? Like, is every line supposed to be funny?
I would say this is his quippiest movie. And it's like, it's crazy. Like inappropriate times too, where you're like, you don't need to make a joke there.
Well, then like obviously, and then Batman and Robin, when he plays Mr. Freeze, he's basically just doing Running Man bits. It's all just all puns the whole time. Is The Running Man a top 6 Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
No. Okay. A top 6 Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? No, it's not.
It can't be, because you got to go T1 and T2. You got to go Predator.
Yes.
You got to go True Lies. That's 4. I don't know if
And
you can
I would
see
even say,
go
let me
ahead.
see. I'm looking at his
Filmography.
yeah, his whole filmography.
Kindergarten Cop, Don't
Was
Sleep On.
Kindergarten Cop, Total Recall, like are all
Totally.
better movies. Even like Commando or like Conan. Both Conan movies are better than this.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if you count Pumping Iron. It's more of a documentary, but that is
Yeah.
incredible.
Where do we land on this? Like every time we do like the movie draft and I draft like a documentary, what is with the documentary hate? I don't understand it.
Is it just because
It's not a
when
real
we do
movie thing.
well, no, when we do the movie draft, though, a lot of it is box office.
Right.
I don't know. Documentaries don't typically make a lot of money.
But
That
this
might
is kind of like,
that might be
I
part
would
of it.
say his I think Commando has a little bit of this too, with like his like jokes,
Yeah.
you know, where he's
Yeah,
like,
it's
he's dead
just
tired.
it's so funny at the beginning. Like you're 2 minutes into the movie, and like when they're setting up how they're gonna like use him and frame him, and he's in the helicopter, and
Yeah.
they're like, all right, like shoot these fuckers, and he's like, they'll all just want something to eat. They're just women and children. And you're like what? They all turn on him in the helicopter. And
With
he's
the
like,
line, so not now that we're into spoilers, you know, the line that you would always say is like, "I'm going to ram it into your stomach."
so good.
Yeah, and then he's like, "I hope you leave enough room for my fist."
Yeah,
He's like,
that's
to ram it into your stomach.
that's
But
a
there's
good
a
one.
lot of like, "Get out of there!"
Yeah.
And I was,
What's
and
that?
then yeah, like the yelling that he does, like it happens. Like, I'm actually good for me for that impression. I didn't know I had that in me.
You have a solid. It's like McBain a little bit
Yeah, there's
to
a
it.
bomb in there.
That's good. Can you do this one for me when he's
Wait,
like this is towards the end of the movie when he kills Sub-Zero and he's like, "Hey Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now plane zero."
I
You're like,
think, I mean, that's, you just did it, so
Thank
I don't have to.
thank you.
Plane zero.
But I was like, you're waiting for something else. He's like, "Hey Killian," and then
He's
like,
like,
they're like, yeah. He's
shit.
like, "Here's Sub-Zero." You're like, okay.
So who's the guy who's like trapped in the net? Who's like at that point he's like still in the net and he like stops to do like shtick. Would you be like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
you just get me out of here?
Like, come on, man. Please let me out. Yeah, that's one of his buds. One of his
Yeah, it's like,
buds
can
in
you
there.
just let me out of here, please?
He's,
Jesus fucking Christ.
um, yeah, but so like you kind of know what this is going to be. Also, it's funny that the movie takes place like right off the rip, like a lot of these sci-fi movies when they tell you like what the deal is, and it's like
Yeah.
the year's 2017,
Oh no, so far in the future.
and then like they cut to like a keyboard which hasn't advanced in technology at all. It's like it takes place 30 years in the future, and it's got like the same keyboard from like the first computer, but. So that would be
The
like,
oldest, it's the oldest computer in the world.
like you see like the monitors, they're like little boxes, like this is what you think the future is, guys. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything new. But I wonder if this upcoming Running Man would take place in like 2055 because that would be
No,
the
it takes place in 2028. Like, it's not that, we're not that far.
okay. Yeah, we're right
Yeah.
there. This is also, as you've pointed out, a Richard Bachman, the
Correct.
pen name of Stephen King. He wrote a series of books, including The Long Walk, which is people like that movie right now. So
Yeah.
they get like a little resurgence for the Bachman.
And I think this is like there's like, I think I said this before too. There's like a collection of like Stephen King properties that he'll give away for like $1. Like he doesn't care. He just wants to see them made, which I think is pretty cool. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm sure he takes points on like the back end, but like to buy the rights to the story is like $1.
Yeah.
And I read this. So there was a collection of this called like the Bachman books, and like there was this was one of them, and they're like short stories. They're actually so to expand upon them is actually pretty cool. But the original book, the premise is that it's the same thing. It's like a game show, and there's like these New York or network employed like hitmen. They're not as like flashy, I don't think, as these ones in this movie.
Oh my
But you get $100 an hour. You have to survive for 30 days, and you get $100 an hour. And you start, but it's like the whole country.
Oh,
So you can go wherever you want.
there was just a movie that came out a couple years ago with one of the guys from New Girl, I think, that was like this.
Yeah, it
basically-
was self-reliance. It was like he had to survive like 30. So it's kind of like that. But what's his name, Richards, in this movie, he starts in New York City and then goes to Boston and then finds himself in Manchester, New Hampshire at one point, which I thought as a kid was like really cool.
Nice.
And then he has to get this, and then he has to get to the airport in Derry.
Derry, New Hampshire, huh?
Or Derry, Maine.
Oh, Derry, Maine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's like reading it as a kid, you're like, oh fuck, like I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Because he's like at the YMCA in Manchester at one point.
Funny.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, Arnold's also wearing just like a Gold's Gym t-shirt, like in one of these scenes.
Oh yeah.
Was that part of the deal? He's like, yeah, I'll do your movie, but he's like, I gotta advertise my gym, basically.
And there was like a Coors, there's like a beer sign. It's like this whole country's gone to shit, but there's still like fluorescent Coors extra gold.
Yeah.
Like signs everywhere.
Yeah, you mentioned the different like the stalkers in this movie.
Yeah.
So you have Sub-Zero, who turns into Plane Zero. You have Buzzsaw, who they just kind of give him the business. He quips with him too when he like shoves the chainsaw like up his dick, and he's like, oh, he had to split. You're like,
so he had to split. Like, Jesus.
You just murdered a guy. Like, God.
Yeah. And a crazy cameo, by the way, in this movie. I don't know if you saw it. So Mick, the guy who plays Mick, who like takes the things off their neck and winds up running like that underground thing.
Oh yeah.
That's Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac.
Unreal. How about
and the guy who like
he had?
And the guy who's like his right hand man is played by Dweezil Zappa, who is Frank Zappa's kid.
Jesus.
Which is like a really
like,
weird
why
cameos
not?
in this movie. Yeah.
Well, then you have Jim Brown, obviously.
Yes.
In there. The guy who played Dynamo, I looked this up. So Dynamo, which is the guy that had like all like the lights, like
raggedy light bright ass opera
big,
singing bullshit.
Like he in real life went to MIT and was like a wrestler, but then he died before the movie even came out.
Yeah, flip the car over. They'd kill anybody.
That would.
Stupid car.
You're not surviving that. So that was unbelievable. Also, I liked how they began each game by going down like a giant slide. They're like, all right, have a quick funsy little slide, like you're going down like the Matterhorn or something, and then
like a rocket sled that looks super fun.
Like you're going down the luge, and then the game begins.
You get shot out of the Boston cop slide.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Then you know you're ready to go. Then you
know the other day, that thing's still out there. They didn't take that down. I
don't think I could go on that. I don't think it would end
well. Okay, if we filmed it, how much would you think? How much traction do you think that'll get for like me getting? I'll get in that thing. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it for $5
one time. I do it for $5.
Speaking of dollars, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is or more of a what if, I guess, is they're like showing TV because obviously The Running Man's the most popular show in the world. Yeah. But there's a commercial for a show called Climbing for Dollars.
Yeah.
Where you basically just like climb up a rope and then get like attacked. You just
attacked by dogs.
You just get like mauled down.
And then the guy, it was bullshit because like he got to the top of the rope and then they hit him with like steam or like they like sprayed something in his face and he fell.
It did not seem like you could win that. It seemed a little bit like a carnival game.
It's unfair.
I didn't think
another great cameo. So the first woman who places a bet in the movie, and it's actually Charlie Kelly's mom from It's Always Sunny.
How about that?
And she was actually I found this out recently, and this blew my mind. She was Miss What's Her Name from Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Oh, I did hear that. Did she pass away recently?
She did recently.
Yeah. So I think when that came out,
that was her. That was Charlie's mom. Was like the first person to like place a bet.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I always thought that was the best when that old lady was like, "He's a bad motherfucker." Like that's awesome. It's the best line of the movie.
You think that's the best line? What about how about a light? What a hothead.
What a hothead. Like that was like, oh my God. God. And why are they outfitting these stalkers with like the most like vulnerable I
think that's where they
glaring vulnerabilities in their equipment.
Yeah, I mean you could like each guy had an item on him that could kill him quickly. Could like if turned against him, he would die.
And it would be really easy.
But yeah,
who do you think? So of all the power rankings of all the stalkers, like who would you have the easiest time with and who would you have the hardest time with?
I mean, rest in peace, but probably Dynamo. I think I'd be all right. I mean, he's not going to catch you. He was very slow.
No.
And
He's
then
in like
you
this,
like,
weird part.
but he's like covered in like light. If you like dumped
You can
water
see him
on him,
coming.
it'd probably electrocute him and he'd be fried and he'd be done.
I remember looking at it, be like, that's like a fucking light bright. Like that doesn't scare me.
No, it doesn't
I mean,
scare
you
me.
could shoot electric, you could shoot lightning, but like you'd have to catch you first, like you fat prick.
I'm guessing Jim Brown, Fireball would be tough.
Fireball.
Yeah, I mean, he's Jim Brown and he has
He's got a goddamn flamethrower.
Fuck that. I'm out.
I could probably hold my own against Sub-Zero. Now I'm not very good at it, nor was I great at it, but like I could fight on ice. So I think I'm okay.
So yeah, you'd be okay in that sense. I'd be screwed. The thing goes on ice. But if I get him on land, I'd have a better chance.
That's right.
Captain Freedom, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Just a hoss. I don't think you're hand to hand. No. I
Back
love when he came out, he had that other bullshit on him, and he's like, get the shit off me. Like I remember him watching him come out the first, like, that costume sucks.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, this costume does suck. And he like starts throwing it off. Yeah.
So then I read that. So they do like that, the switcheroo, right? So then they're like, hey, basically like Schwarzenegger and the girl got away, but we're gonna rope-a-dope everybody, you know, cook up some footage and, you know, deep fake them. I guess one of the producers, they did it for like a test screening and they didn't make it like clear, like right away that wasn't really Schwarzenegger. And so then the producer was like, listen, audiences are too dumb. Like we need to tell them like right away that it's them because they don't need to be like confused or fooled into thinking that they actually died. It's like, okay. That was the woman in the movie who plays Amber. She was Miss Venezuela 1975.
Maria Conchita Alonso.
Nice.
Which I believe she was in Predator 2. I believe she was in that too.
Small world, huh?
Yeah.
She was a Knight Rider. She was in let's see, Predator 2. You nailed it.
Yep.
In an episode of Sesame Street.
How about that?
Good for her. 2 episodes of Chicago Hope. All right. But it's like he's like so mean to her. And then like the one lady said something to her, she's like he could have done a lot worse to you. Like that guy, like he could have like raped and murdered you.
Weird time.
And then she's like, yeah, that's true. Actually, I kind of like him now. And you're like, ugh.
But if you watch too, anytime like they interact, they have a nice kiss at the end. But every time Arnold Schwarzenegger is within arm's reach of this poor woman, he like takes his ham fist and like puts it on like the back of her neck.
Ugh.
Like even, and it's just like he's just like guiding her around. It's the most like gross thing. And you know,
I don't like that. Yeah.
From watching Pumping Iron, you know, Arnie was probably pretty inappropriate on that set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lifting weights is like coming.
It's like that's the most cringe-worthy line. So every day, I get a good pump.
Like, all right, bud.
Yeah.
So we've waited this long to say it. My MVP for the whole thing is Richard Dawson, and it's not close.
He's so, and like everyone in this movie sucks at acting except for Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson puts on a tour de force. He acts his tail off, and everybody else is just jacked or attractive or whatever. Nothing means anything. And then you have him, just a dastardly prick of a guy. The guy can host a show, which we already know that he can. Apparently, they wanted Chuck Woolery. So the what if on this movie was it could have been Chuck Woolery as the host, and it was almost Christopher Reeve as Ben Richards.
Oh, that would have been sweet.
He would have been good.
That kind of would have been sweet.
Yeah, he would have been good. But I couldn't believe how good Richard Dawson was in it. Like I know that he's in it, and I remember some of the lines, but I don't remember sitting soup to nuts to watch the thing. And I'm like, this guy could have been like a legit good actor, especially like a villain, like a prick of a guy. He was a great.
And he was the host of Family Feud, right? Before
100%. Yeah, he was the guy that kissed every woman on the
smooching everybody.
On the lips.
Yep, smooching. That was like his thing.
They're like, oh, is this your husband right here? He's like, goes right in, lips kiss.
And just like slimy, and just like, but he plays like this like slimy dude, and he absolutely kills it. He's so good.
Yeah, he was awesome. I mean, I guess he probably was an actor. Like I'm looking at this, he was in a handful of movies, but then I think he did so much, and he did a bunch of TV. But like, I feel like, how many episodes of The Family Feud do you think he did? Must have been a fucking million. Oh my god! Do you want to guess how many episodes he hosted? I have the number.
A Family Feud.
Yeah, how many episodes?
Oh Jesus. He was a long time, right? He was like the longest. It's got to be
Yeah,
over 500.
yeah. It was 2,334 episodes of Family Feud.
That's a
And
lot of smooching.
He was a panelist on over 1,200 episodes of Match Game.
Wow. Now, how many? Because I know,
Hmm.
brag, my across the street neighbor growing up, one of the girls who lived across the street from me, she was on Jeopardy. Brag.
Yep, that is
I
good.
lived across the street from. She was saying they film
Streaming?
like 4 episodes a day.
Yeah. Oh, they crank them out. Yeah.
So like when you see someone who's like, he's been like, what's his name? James, what's his name? He's like, he was champion for like how many episodes, but it was like he was only there for like 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, especially on like, is it Family Feud, right? Like, if you won, you stayed on, and so a lot of times, like those families would just like keep playing, right? Isn't that how they did it? Yeah.
They used to. I don't think they do that anymore. But like you used
They
to
might
like
change
did like
up.
4-day champion, the Wallace family. Like,
Yeah. Steve Harvey's got a different schedule now, so he's probably not.
oh yeah, player.
Not doing all that. He's got good suits.
Yep.
All right, anything else on? So yeah, do you have a How closely do you think this new one is going to mirror this one?
It's not.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more like the other one where you have to like live for 30 days. Like you're going to survive for 30 days, and there's people hunting you down, and it's going to be like. I like the idea because it felt a little too like a set. You know what I mean? Like it was a little too like.
Good point.
It was like a couple blocks where like this you could go the whole country. You just have to survive. And I love in the book like Richard's like what's his name first name?
Ben
Richards.
Yeah.
So he like gets disguises, like he has to like hide. And it's a lot more like cat and mouse of him like running around. Whereas this is just like you go to one thing to the next thing. It felt very like
that'll be cool.
You know,
That'll be cool.
But it was like, yeah, how do you like hide from when the whole country is looking for you?
I like it. And it's so it's obviously Glenn Powell, but also Coleman Domingo is playing the Richard Dawson role, which is going to be kick ass.
It's so good, and directed by Edgar Wright. So,
directed by Edgar Wright, which is going to be pretty sick. Also,
do we get like a Simon Pegg or like Nick Frost cameo? Hopefully.
Yeah. You want me to hit you with some of the other cast members?
Yeah.
Josh Brolin is going to be the show's producer.
Captain Freedom.
Glenn Powell is just playing Ben Richards, straight up Ben Richards. Coleman Domingo. Michael Cera is going to be a guy who helps Glenn Powell.
Was he going to be like Weiss, the Weiss character?
Yeah, Elton Parakis. Yes, maybe similar to Weiss.
Yeah.
Amelia Jones. William H. Macy.
Okay.
Katie O'Brien. Hell yeah. Katie O'Brien, of course, would be from Love Lies Bleeding, which is a movie we love to bring up just because of that guy Frank Shaft had passed out in the movie theater to that film. She's going to be a contestant.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I'm in. Should be fun.
That should be fun. I'm excited for this movie, and I'm excited for.
I'm looking forward to it. Very much.
Glenn Powell, Hoss of the Week.
Yeah, is he big enough to be Hoss?
I don't know. Let's see. How big is Glenn?
How big is Glenn Powell? My guess on Glenn Powell, because it's movies, I bet he's 6'1", 184.
6 feet on the nose. No taller than you.
No way he's 200 pounds.
No.
Yeah, he can't.
One thing I found about being in the presence of actors, they're way skinnier than you think they are.
Yeah, tight skin too.
I've been, a stone's throw away from Ryan Reynolds, and I got to tell you, that guy does skip leg day. He has like tiny little legs, little wisp of a guy.
You've been in the same airspace as Ryan Reynolds and the same breast space as Salma Hayek.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And that's Kevin, he was actually standing next to Kevin Bacon. So like I have a degree of Kevin Bacon.
How do you like that?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Right.
Was he eating bacon when you saw him?
He was not. It looked like he hadn't eaten anything because they were very skinny people.
He's kind of gaunt, actually. It's kind of the
I was
problem.
going to check on him. I was going to
Yeah.
send a PA over. So like, you good?
Trying to check his
Yeah.
pulse, and then I got
Yes,
tased by his
I think
body.
they were filming R.I.P.D. in my neighborhood when I lived in Charlestown.
That's
where I
sick.
saw those two. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Our next episode, perhaps you'll hear the film title R.I.P.D. again.
Maybe you got to tune in to find out.
We're doing the top 25 movies since 2000. So you got that right. 25 movies in the last 25 years. Davey loves nothing more than putting together lists. So we will go over the list.
Hate lists. So I had a big market tease. I had a new tactic this time.
I like it. So fill us in on what that new tactic is. In the meantime, people can hit us up on Twitter, Instagram. You can email us, dorkpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought of the first Running Man, and if you're excited and or going to see this next Running Man. All right, jump over to the other link. We're going to continue here on YouTube with the best 25 movies of the last 25 years as voted on by #Dork. In the meantime, Ryan, stay curious.
The #Dork Podcast.